What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix's new documentary series, Naomi Osaka. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. Let me preface this by saying that prior to this docu, I knew very little about Naomi Osaka, other than the fact that she's currently the #1 female tennis player in the world, because she kinda only just hit stardom over the past few years or so. Many of us, even non-tennis fans, probably know a lot more about Serena Williams, who's been in the sport and the limelight a lot longer. So this docu does help in that regard, in that it informs us of who Naomi Osaka is, both the athlete and the person. The only regret to all this is that this docu-series does not get to cover this year's headline when Naomi Osaka withdrew from the French Open because she refused to do a press conference citing mental health. It was a very important issue that garnered a lot of attention, which unfortunately director Garrett Bradley was not able to get to. But that's okay. I think for what it is, you will find this Naomi Osaka docu-series unpretentious, inspirational, and illuminating. Directed by Garrett Bradley and executive produced by LeBron James, this intimate 3-part series takes us inside the life of one of the world's best tennis players, Naomi Osaka. With unprecedented access, it follows Osaka during a historic 2 years in which she works on her game but also begins to find her voice. Whether she's defending her Grand Slam titles while wearing masks in defense of Black lives, mourning the unexpected loss of mentor Kobe Bryant, or finding her independence, the challenges faces on a personal level begin to align with those in the public sphere. The series also chronicles Osaka's hectic training and travel schedule, explores the layers of pressure she is under, and reveals how she spends her time off the court hanging with her closest family and friends. I didn't grow up playing tennis. Tennis has always been a sport that I kinda admire from afar, if you will. But it doesn't take a tennis fan to tell when an ongoing match is exciting. And so some of the highlights on this docu are Naomi's matches. You never get tired of rewatching them, whether she wins or loses. The suspense and the thrill of it is still fresh like the very first time. Now, we all still remember where we were when we heard the tragic news of Kobe Bryant's death. This docu answers the question of where Naomi were when she heard that news as well. And it's incredible that we now get to see it so personal. It kind of feels like we're intruding on a private, tearful moment. This docu also intertwines some of the current events with Naomi Osaka's busy schedule. It's not subtle, but it's not brazen either. I think the intention is to show you that Naomi Osaka may be shy, she may have a lot on her plate, but she's observant. She may not be marching on the streets, but she has her own straightforward way of responding to them. Because when you're talented, rich, and famous, everybody's gonna wanna know your opinions, even on subjects that may not relate to you, but in this case, it truly does. The part of this docu that's worthy of conversation is when Naomi discusses her mixed race. If I'm not mistaken, she gave up her US citizenship in order to solely represent Japan. She received some backlash from that, including from African American community. But because of her skin color and her physical stature, she too sometimes feels that she doesn't fit in amongst the Japanese community as well. And then there's her Haiti side from her dad. Look, I can't put myself in Naomi's shoes, but people who are product of interracial parents can relate to Naomi's anguish on this issue. I sense that she's willing to carry the responsibility that comes with her identity, and yet the people from these ethnicities and nationalities associated with Naomi's identity are pulling her into different directions. So having to live up to that and having to please everybody, on top of the pressure to win, it can get a lot to bear for such a young person. But kudos to Naomi for expressing her feelings about that. Naomi Osaka is a captivating docu-series that gives us a window into this phenomenal talent who on the surface may be meek and soft-spoken, but she's a powerful role model and a force for good.